And then last but not least is the second item I got off of Craigslist, and that was a Betamax player. This year being a Sanyo model. I have to look at the back of the model. Model number VCR 4400. So very, very cool. I did test this out. Unfortunately, not working properly. It ate my tape. I do have like extra Betamax tapes. Sometimes when I get them from people and whatnot, instead of selling them, I'll keep them just so I can test out Betamax players. It's always good. If you come across, if you're a fan of Betamax and you have Betamax tapes you collect, if you come across some cheap ones, I mean, titles you already have or something like that, don't pass them up. They're like 10 cents, 25 cents or something. Just grab them. It's always nice to have testers, as I call them. Ones you can just pop in, and if your machine eats them and destroys them, not a big deal. It was just a test tape. It won't really matter. So this thing did eat the test tape I put in here. I was able to get it out pretty easily. It wasn't like, sometimes it really tangles them up inside. This one I just kind of like popped right out. It was super easy. But unfortunately it did eat the tape. So very common thing. I mean, Betamax player at the Betamax player at the Betamax player I have, they eat tapes. I only have two that don't. Well, one, let me phrase that. One that doesn't eat tapes yet. I have that one currently hooked up to my TV. And the other one I have, it sometimes doesn't eat tapes. I've had it eat a tape once, and from that time, I've been scared to use it again. I mean, I did use it a couple more times and it worked fine, but once I got my new one that played perfectly and wasn't giving me any issues, I put the other one aside because just that one time it ate a tape, it scared the shit out of me, so I don't use that one anymore. But I have like 3 other ones upstairs that all eat tapes, unfortunately. It's just super, super common of these things, and getting them fixed, it's expensive, it's a pain, there's a lot, VCRs and Betamax players, Betamax VCRs, there's all kinds of crap in here that's very, very difficult. If you don't know what you're doing, good luck fixing it. So, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be working. But, what are you going to do? So, a new Betamax player, just unfortunately not working, but that's how things go. And this is pretty heavy too, but all things considered, nothing compared to the Laserdisc player. This thing's a feather compared to the Laserdisc player. So, unfortunately, it's not working, but I actually only paid $4 for this. It was listed at $5, and the guy, when I got there, he said that the $5 was just a price he just threw on there. It was really for free. He doesn't care. He apparently, he has a whole bunch of stuff in his attic. He's just getting rid of it all. He, donated, some to a hospital, some to a church, other stuff he's just giving away. And, I went to hand him the money, and he goes, oh, no, you don't have to give me money for it. It's okay. And I'm like, no, take the money. So I ended up giving him $4 because, like I said, I was originally not going to get this right away. I was going to wait to get it later on in the day. But I had some time after I picked up Laserdisc player because that went pretty quickly. I didn't even have to wait to get that. So I ran out and got this really quick. And I didn't have time to stop at the bank or get change made. I had a 20 and 4 singles on me. That was it. I didn't want to make the guy, break change or something like that. So I took the $4. I had $4, 4 quarters in my cup holder. So I was like, all right, I'm going to $4 in cash and then 4 quarters, whatever, $5 there. But I went to hand the quarters. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. He's like, you don't have to give me anything. I said, well, at least take the $4. Like, I'll give you something for it. So he took the $4. So I ended up grabbing this for $4. Whatever. It doesn't work. I really only wasted $4. Not a big deal. And when it comes to players, I'm willing to take a chance on them if they're cheap. If it's, somebody has like a CED player or something like that, and it looks like it's in really good shape, and they want like $20 for it, I want to test it out first. I'm not going to give somebody $20 for a player that's not going to work. I don't care if it's Betamax, Laserdisc, CED, whatever kind of player. If it's like they're charging $20 for more or something like that, no. If it's I got to test it for that price. But if they want like $5 for something or $4 for something, I'll take my chance. Whatever. If it doesn't work, oh well. I'm not out all that much. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm not really upset that I'm out. I'm out $4. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. And who knows? Maybe someday I'll get it fixed. We'll see. So there. Hey guys, Cinema Sickness here. Just thought I'd do a quick little recap on my new Betamax player. This year again being my Sanyo 4400 model. And as I mentioned when I picked it up, it wasn't working. I tried it out. Things weren't going too well. I even, as you see, took off the top, started playing around with the inside, and I wanted to see if I could figure out what was going wrong. Because as long as it's not something electrical, chances are I could probably figure out what it was. Whether I need to replace some belts, clean some heads, do something. chances are I could probably figure out what was going on. And everything seemed to be working fine. I really couldn't figure out what the problem was. The belts seemed to be good. I mean, I'm sure they can be replaced, and I'll probably do it eventually, but the belts still seemed to be working fine, and again, I wasn't really sure what was going on. So what I did was I just put the machine through its paces. I rewound tapes, fast-forwarded tapes, play tapes, stop tapes, and everything seemed to be working for the most part, except for when I hit stopped. What would happen was the tape would, go all up through here like it does, but it wouldn't rewind back into the actual cassette. It wasn't doing that for some reason. Otherwise, everything seemed to be fine. So, like I said, what I did was I just put it through its paces, put on play for a little while, rewound it for a little while, fast-forwarded all through a tape, rewound it all through a tape. I just basically, again, put the machine through its paces to get things kind of running again. This machine's been sitting in somebody's attic for years, possibly even since the 80s. This machine's from, I think, like 84, 85. I believe it came out in 84, but I think maybe this might be an 85 model. I'm not sure. I could check the back and let you guys know. But yeah, so I figured this has probably been sitting in somebody's attic since either the 90s, maybe the 80s. So it probably hasn't been played in a very, very long time. Maybe it just really needed to be put through its paces and, warmed up basically. And when I did that, everything seems to be working fine now. As you can see, I hit play, takes the tape in, it starts playing just fine. I hit stop and rewinds the tape back into the cassette, eject. There it is. Everything seems to be fine. So it does appear to actually be working now, which is absolutely awesome. Like I said, it was giving me issues before. It was eating tapes. It wasn't working. The tape was actually getting stuck up in the machine up here. It wasn't rewinding back into the cassette. That was a major problem. But really all that needed to be done apparently was just I had to put the machine, again, through its paces. I had to warm it up. I had to bring life back into it. It hadn't been touched in so many years, and it's just been sitting in somebody's attic that I think things just had kind of gotten stuck, and gears weren't moving as they should, and just belts probably weren't moving as they should. I just, again, needed to warm the machine up, and now that I did that, everything seems to be working just fine, which I was really glad, because like I said, after taking it apart and looking through the whole machine, and looking up things online, and looking through manuals, and all kinds of fun stuff like that, trying to figure out what the possible problem could be, everything seemed to be okay. I mean, even the belts, like I said, even though they could certainly be replaced, and I probably will do that eventually, the belts still seemed to be fine. Everything was turning. They didn't seem to be giving me any issues, and I really didn't know what was going on, and I thought maybe it was something electrical. It was kind of bugging me out, but like I said, everything is working now. So let that be a lesson to you guys. If you get yourself a new player, any player, Betamax, VCR, Laserdisc, CED, anything like that, if you're having issues, maybe the problem is you just need to warm the machine up. Maybe it's been sitting in somebody's attic for way too long, and it just needs to be put through its paces to get things back up and moving as they properly should be. So it does appear I now have a new working Betamax player, which is great. I have a couple of these, and I'm actually gonna go through some of my other ones. Some of the other Betamax players I have upstairs in storage, they were giving me issues too, but did I really put them through the paces? No, I really didn't. So I'm going to actually get those out of storage probably tonight, go through them, see if I can get those up and working now, because it could just be the same exact issue. Maybe it needs new belts, who knows, but maybe they also just need to be put through their paces. That could just be the issue. So there you go, guys. A new working Betamax player for me. Very cool. I'm going to continue to clean this. It's very, very, very dusty inside. This is what the inside of a Betamax player looks like, if you ever wanted to know. Lots of electronics and wires and all kinds of fun doodads like that. I'm by no means an expert at this kind of stuff. I really don't know. When it comes to replacing belts and things like that, that's pretty easy. Pretty much anybody can do that. But all the electronic parts in here, yeah, that is all foreign to me. I wouldn't want to mess with that stuff. But yeah, like I said, it does seem to be working. That is very, very cool. And yeah, like I said, got to clean it. But besides that, it's extremely dusty. I mean, you can maybe see right here. I mean, just there you go. Just look at that. Just all kinds of dust and all kinds of good stuff all there. That's pretty gross, actually. So yeah, just gonna clean this baby up, and then I'll be good to go. So there you go, guys. Again, just a quick little update. My Betamax player is now working. Actually, before I end this video, I figured I would do one last thing, and that's actually give this a proper TV test. As you can see, got it hooked up to my standard definition TV. I figured why not actually truly test this out before I say everything is working fine. So as you can see, we got Beverly Hills Cop in there. We'll push that down. We will hit play. Makes a lot of noise, and there you go, the Paramount logo. And everything seems to be playing. There you go, Paramount Pictures presents Yada, 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 yada. Come on, get on with the axle. Ooh. I still need to clean the heads a bit. I didn't really do much in the way of cleaning the heads, so I still need to do that. As you can see, it's popping and everything a little bit. Could be the tape, could also be the fact that it just needs to be still cleaned. But there you go, guys. Beverly Hills Cop. Awesome. God, I love this movie. It's so good. I might actually have to sit down and watch it now. So, there you go, and we'll hit stop. It makes all its fun noise. And the tape is not stuck. So there you go, guys. Betamax player working well. So there you go. Like I said, guys, sometimes you just need to put these things through their paces if they've been sitting for a while. So that's it. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.